That big D&D, that big D&D energy. Yeah, I could be a DJ, totally. Guys, thank you so much for bearing with us as we're going through all of these different technical issues and getting these episodes out late. We really appreciate it. We think we've got them all handled now. Crazy last episode ending, right? Super crazy. Now we're starting to merge into the stuff that I'm writing, and I am very excited about it. Quick side note, though. This episode, gonna be a lot of exposition, gonna be a lot of talking. I know that is not everybody's deal when it comes to listening to D&D podcasts. However, we really enjoyed doing it. It's full of a lot of important stuff that goes on with the rest of the story, so we really hope you enjoy it. Also, I feel as though I should mention I say the word massive a lot in this episode, because we did this episode at 10 a.m., which we all agreed never going to do that again. Did not have a lot of energy. It's whatever. So every time I say the word massive, take a drink. Maybe you'll enjoy the episode more. I wanted to thank everybody who's been also sharing the show and any social media platform. So far, thank you so much to Melissa Howe and Jacob Mormon and James Hamrick for letting us use your names in the show. Quick announcement also, on the 14th, Scott is going to be doing a one-off episode where he is the DM and I actually get to play the game, and it's going to be Halloween-based. Can't wait for that. Okay, let's jump into this. Allie, I understand that you want to lead us in some pregame prayer. Is that...
Oh, yes. I remember. All right, give me 1 second. I have to...
Oh, this is for real. Okay.
Yes.
Thought you were going to be ready.
Almighty Argental, please forgive me, for I have sinned.
Forgive me, too. I'm about to mute her.
Excuse me.
Continue. Sorry, go on.
Please forgive me, for I have sinned. You told me explicitly that I'm supposed to say thank you, Almighty Argental, because I was a bad cleric. When I used my spiritual weapon, both times the son of a bitch has disappeared because somebody has killed the person, and I've been whisked away into portals and
curse
on
God.
blimps.
Is your religion like low-key into BDSM? Continue.
Yeah.
I owe you 10 swipes with the paddle of prostration.
There it is.
Wow.
I am very, very bad, and I do apologize.
So bad.
And I hope that you will forgive me and allow me to keep my very nice weapon. Thank you, Almighty Argental, for your continuing grace. Amen.
Your penance is 10 passionate ass lashings.
Ooh.
Use a dirty cleric.
Dirty cleric. Roll a religion check.
Ooh, he doesn't bathe.
Nat 20.
God damn it.
Are you fucking me?
This is bull. I don't fucking believe you at all.
Nope.
It's a good way to start the day. That the best spot away.
You hear it in the back of your head as you're climbing aboard the ship and doing this little prayer to yourself. You say, or you hear, "Nah, don't even worry about it. There's a lot of weird crap going on. You don't even have to paddle yourself. Don't be weird." And then
and then radio silence.
And then yeah, absolutely, 100%.
No,
But I like the paddling.
I know you do. Welcome to That Big D&D Energy. I am the host and DM, Aaron Mann, and I know that we haven't introduced everybody on every podcast, and it's mostly because every time we do it, we fuck it up, like, real bad, where, like, I tell you to talk like your character, and then you don't, and Dustin says shit like, "What to do, baby boo?" and, like, that fucking nonsense. So we're gonna try this again. I'm Aaron Mann, your DM, joined by Dustin Sutliff.
Hi, this is Candyman here, and I'm ready to fuck shit up, like always and forever.
Fuck yeah.
For Trish. This is for Trish.
All for Trish. And we are also joined by Scott Shoemaker.
Greetings from Nezran. I am very eager to discover the mysteries aboard this airship.
Also joined by
Airship.
Wesley Van Hoosen.
Hello, this is Eros, and I have heartburn.
And I have heartburn. Great. I'm so sorry you had to wake up with that, buddy.
It's okay. It was because I got Eldritch blasted really hard,
Again, oh man.
but
You hate
not
to
by
see it.
not by not by Nezran.
Ooh,
There
oh
it
my.
is.
Side romance.
Gay cowboy
And
shit.
you've already heard from Allison Mann.
Hello, my name is Flint, and I also fuck Trish.
Oh,
Apparently that's canon.
yeah, we didn't want it to be, but it is, and it is what it is, guys. So, guys, last time you managed to corner the Black Spider, and using Nezran's, I want to say, inner fiend powers, he was able to grab what the Black Spider was after, which you later found out after a bunch of these arcane automaton-looking things burst into the cavern and called it the Materia. Nezran was able to stash it away in a bag out of sight of everybody. And while the cave-in was happening, another unknown party in gleaming red armor burst through the ceiling of this cavern and tried to take out a lot of these arcane automatons who you still don't know what they are or what they're there for or what have you. But she locked eyes with Nezran, said, no, he's not real, and you all were rescued by a woman in a beautiful green and gold trim robe and flung through a portal back into Phandalin, which was,
Whoa!
yeah, all on fire and being attacked also by these automatons. And you managed to defend yourselves while she called for backup, and an airship managed to land and get you guys aboard while Darren Edermath and Malik Baldwin shot down what was left of the foes you were fighting. So now you guys are in this airship flying away from Phandalin, and you look down and it's nonsense down there. There's red brands and townsfolk and miners fighting all of these things while it's on fire. And you kind of look on the outskirts of the town as well, and you can just see more and more of these things coming from the direction of, oddly enough, the ocean that surrounds Acteris, coming inland toward Phandalin. And it's nighttime, and you guys are just kind of flying up into the darkness. So yeah, you guys are in this blimp, rising into the darkness. And you look around, finally kind of getting your bearings back, and you can see, obviously, Malik, Darren, this mysterious woman, but you also see, a decent amount of townsfolk, like some women, some children, in this blimp. And you also see Halia Thornton is there, Sister Garail, who you also met in the bar, is there. And you see a couple unknown faces that are, like, walking around, checking in on people. Making sure they're okay. What do you do? They're all kind of catching their breaths.
I turn to Malik Baldwin, and I ask, "What is going on? What are you people? Because clearly you're not just townsfolk."
Yeah, I'm probably not the best one to answer that. Maybe you should talk to our leader here. And the woman, How, turns to all of you after kind of giving a once-over of everybody on the blimp to make sure everybody's kind of like okay, stable, no major injuries or whatever. And she sees all of you and says, hello, it's good to have you aboard. I understand that one of you has the materia. Is that correct?
What if we don't?
If you don't, then the Warforged have claimed it, and it's going to be very bad across the board.
Oh, fuck.
So, does one of you have it?
Nezran, don't you have it?
Yes, I have it.
Good.
I just
Don't
didn't-
take it out. It's in a bag, correct?
Yes.
Good. Here's what's going to happen. I know it's going to be a big risk for you. She kind of glances at your hand. It's still kind of blackened a little bit. And she
And under
says,
my breath, I go, "That's right. My hands will pay, Can."
Hands of bacon.
She takes out this really nice looking satchel, this bag she has slung over her side, and she opens it, and you can't see the bottom of this bag when you look into it, Nezran, but you get this faint arcane sense about it, and she says, I know this is probably asking a lot, but you need to take the stone out and throw it in this bag. Otherwise, everyone on here is not safe for the most part.
Can I make a perception check?
A perception check. What are you looking for?
I want to perceive if she's telling the truth or if she just wants to steal.
Oh, that'd be insight. So yeah, go ahead and roll me an insight roll.
10.
10? Yeah. No, she's basically just kind of looking out for everybody on board the ship right now. And you get the sense that this bag has a magical property about it that can kind of help block what was happening to you back in the cavern, where if you get within 20 feet of this thing, something bad happens.
Okay. Yeah. So I reach in to the bag and I bring out the stone and I feel it burning my hands and I go, "Are you ready, Hal?"
She says, "Yes, please, put it in the bag. Put it in the bag."
And I put it in the bag.
Good. All right. So it goes in the bag very quickly. And she ties it up. She kind of tightens the straps on it so that you can't see into it anymore. And then slings it over her back and says, "Thank you. This is incredible. You are actually the first person who has been able to get this close and touch the materia physically. But we can talk about that more when we arrive back in Ardania." And Holly,
I would like to touch the stone.
No, I don't recommend it.
No.
It can
No,
drive you
no.
mad and incinerate you if that's what you want. I mean,
Nothing
Let-
incinerates candy.
you
Let
have a
the
death wish,
child
or-
learn that the stove is hot.
oh, right, one of those stick the fork in the
Okay.
outlet kind of deals. Yes,
Okay.
of course.
I
Can
change
we
my
let him
mind.
touch it for just a little
No,
bit? Just a second.
I will
I don't
not
want
let
to
that
anymore.
happen. Good, I'm glad.
I see a bird fly by, and that grabs my attention. Oh, a bird. That's cool. You got eagles up in here?
And then Holly Thornton turns in and says, when are we going to arrive there? We need to regroup and go back to Phandalin, now. Also, you guys, did you... And she kind of, hints to keep it on the down low. Did you find those papers that I asked you for?
We did.
Good.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
we did.
We
What the
did.
fuck?
We'll talk later about that. In the meantime, how long until we get there? Hal looks at her and says, it should be quite some time. You may want to take a long rest before we get there. We'll probably get there by dawn, actually. In the
Will
meantime,
there be a warm towel offered on this blimp ride?
Yes,
This isn't first class
Warm
on
towels
fucking
and
Euthanasia
peanuts.
Airlines.
Flint, I believe that we should just be grateful enough that we've gotten away from the Warforged.
So,
Y'all got beer here?
yes, no, we have food and
Can I
beverages.
have peanuts?
Yes, of course.
Nice.
This is a stocked blimp.
Cheeseburgers?
Yes.
Man.
Anything your heart
Man.
desires, fucking have it.
Can I
Man.
have an Icelandic salad?
She kicks you out of the
fucking
blimp.
pay
And
you.
she
It's literally just salted sardines on top of weeds.
Actually, it's very good, and it's only offered on Iceland Airlines. Anyway,
So she looks at all of you and says, I'm going to tend to the injured while we are on our way there, but in the meantime, please make yourselves comfortable. It's going to be a little while before we arrive there. Do you have any questions for me? I know I can answer more when we get to Ardania. We can talk more about what those things were, what this materia is capable of, and why I assume you all came into possession of it. But in the meantime, I need to go look after the injured. Is that all right?
sure.
Yes, thank you very
Nice.
much, Hal, for your generosity. We will make ourselves scarce. We won't bother you.
Of course. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I might bother you a little bit.
Well, that's
No.
fine. That's fine too. Don't even trip, dog.
I'm going to actually follow How, and once she's done with the townsfolk, ask her to heal my hands if she's able to, or if anyone's able
she
to.
notices that right away before even going to heal anyone else, and she's oh my gosh, yeah, no, hold on one second, and she tries to heal your hand as best as possible. It still your hand looks like almost back to normal now, but it does have some slight markings on it, almost scarring almost, but you can move your hand and it doesn't hurt anymore. It just kind of has those scars attached to it now. But yeah, she said, "This is the best I can do. I'm so sorry. I mean, I know. Does it feel okay?"
I can still use them. Okay. Side note for DM:
Good.
Will I be rolling things at disadvantage, or do I just need to get healed again, or is it just
no? You're back to normal now. Yeah, you
just scars on the hand.
Just scars.
Yep.
To remind you of the thing you did, the glorious thing you did, which was teleport to a stone and just fucking grab that shit like a bamf. And then you survived most of the wisdom saving throws. Unreal. You should be dead.
Thank you.
100% you should be dead.
Thank you, How.
Of course.
Some things come with a price.
She turns around and starts to heal everybody in the ship, one by one. So this is going to be kind of your long rest before we get to... she mentioned Ardania, which is also on the large map. It's a very small nation right next to Prathalon, like incredibly small, very minor, on the shores west of Prathalon. So is there anything you'd like to do on the ship? And like you can tell me no, and we can continue on, but if there's anything you'd like to get accomplished, you can tell me.
I gotta say my nightly prayer.
I want to walk away from Flint. I just need time away from Flint.
Fair enough.
I'd like to go find Malik Baldwin.
Malik Baldwin, yes. Yes, of course.
And ask him a few questions.
Okay.
Because... and after that, I want to talk to How about the woman.
Sure.
The Asimar woman.
And you walk up to Malik. He sees you, and he says, "Nezran, I'm so glad you're okay. I tried to take care of one of those guys for you with my own Eldritch Blast."
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that, Malik. Can I chat with you?
Of course.
In private?
Of course. What did you find in the Red Brand hideout? Is there anything I should know?
Iarno's still alive. Well,
what?
Probably not, in all honesty. We fucked him up a little bit. And
what do you mean you fucked him up?
Warforged.
Why did you fight one of my allies? Why did you...
Well, Iarno kinda was prepared to stab you in the back, so...
Like how? I don't understand.
Like he was going to ally with the Black Spider and dominate the entire land to get rich. So I'm sorry.
Kind of looks down at the ground and makes a fist and looks back at you and says, "You think he's dead?"
Well, he seemed pretty pernicious when we were fighting him, so I guess if anyone can survive that, it's Iarno.
If I see that snake again, I'm going to make him pay. Regardless. What else did you find? Did you need something?
You can cast Eldritch... And under my breath I say this. You can cast Eldritch Blasts.
Yes. Yeah. I am a warlock bard. I don't normally dabble in the warlock arts, but I feel as though it really would have helped me with my music, you know. I am a bard, so I feel like it really helped me write some things and get to a different level artistically for me.
And then I step a little bit closer to him and I go, "Do you know anything about the name Ihiz?"
He kind of thinks for a second, and actually let me make a roll for that. Ihiz. No, I don't really know anything about that. Why is someone I should know?
No, it's no one, Malik. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
No, of course, whatever you need.
Malik, I used to bard on the weekends.
You
And
used to
are there any
what?
good spots around here?
You used to barter on the weekends? Is that what you said?
I used to bard on the weekends.
Well, there were really some nice inns to play in Phandalin, but those are gone now. Obviously.
We should jam. We should jam
Oh
sometime.
fuck yeah, dude! Jam sesh. Absolutely. I would love that. What do you play? What do you twiddle with, bro?
For the instruments in this world, I really like to play the uke.
Oh fuck yeah, you dude. Man,
and
I love jamming on the uke.
and the guitar. I got a guitar shipped to me from Tejas.
Absolutely.
Pretty
nice.
He brings around from his back brings around a lute off of his back, and he says, "This is my baby right here." And he clicks a button on the front that you can see, and like a sword pops out of like the stem of the lute, and he says, "Ready to go whenever," and then he puts it back into the lute and throws it on his back and says, "Yeah, I've made it out of a couple performances with this thing when we weren't doing so hot, but those are the old days. Now I'm with
You got some clout now, right?
Yeah, now I'm with my organization and everything, and I try to stick with them. It's a good way to make money.
Let's jam.
Absolutely. So
I don't mean to brag, but I am quite the singer.
oh, really? With that voice, absolutely, I can totally understand what. So like,
Candyman, do you have any musical skills? And
Candy, you got
Dustin's
any?
just like in his world.
Malik Baldwin looks at you and is like,
I'm taking a break from Flint. I'm over in the corner of the ship, just taking a nap.
okay, you're taking a long rest nap. Got it. Cool.
That's fair.
And then Nezran, I know you also. Did you have any more questions for Malik?
From Malik, before I go over to How, I just kind of casually ask. I go, did you see an Asimar woman in red armor?
No. But you said you saw like
yes.
a red armored like woman, like
yes.
she had wings
She had
and
a
whatnot.
golden sword. I think she was a blood hunter as well.
Oh my god. How, come here. How stops what she's doing and comes over, and he says they ran into the Psycho Knight. Like they ran into her. Hal looks at all of you and says, When did you run into her? What?
It was down in the cavern after we defeated the Black Spider.
I didn't even see her. How did you?
The giant dwarf thing came through the rock, and then she saved us.
There were so many Warforged in there. I didn't even notice her. Is she's the one that pushed us back through the portal?
Yes.
She kind of glances off to the side, gives like a bit of a 1,000-yard stare, and says, I want you to understand something. If you ever run into her, I need you to run away. I want you to relay that to the rest of your team. She is responsible for hundreds of deaths. So many deaths. And many teams from many nations have been sent to try and capture her, kill her, you name it, and none have been able to so far. I would venture to guess that she is one of the most powerful beings on this planet right now. And the fact that we got that close to her is incredible, but also terrifying. So if you run into her again, I need you to run away.
What's her name?
No one knows. They just refer to her as the Psycho Knight. She just attacks randomly, almost seemingly without cause.
Of
Very
course.
well, thank you very much.
She could have very normal reasons, but suddenly she's psycho. Okay.
Wow, Flint, you're starting to sound
right,
like not
yeah,
yourself.
How? That's a little
so
bit
weird.
Sexist of you, okay?
My apologies. It's something the townsfolk came up with. But yes, please don't ever face her head on. You need to run away.
Thank you for
Of
this
course.
information.
And then she starts to turn to go back and heal people. Did you have other questions?
Just because I'm curious, I pull Malik aside and I go,
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Since you're a warlock and you don't know about a He's,
Okay.
who did you make your deal with?
I kind of found, like, a book, and I didn't really, like, make a pact with any demons, because that's, like, you know, like, kind of illegal. But, like...
It's a little bit.
And then I just clear my throat and walk away.
Oh, okay. All right. Peace. See ya. All right.
Thank you,
Of
Malik.
course,
Yes,
yeah. Let me
yes.
know if you have any other questions, man.
Don't have anything to do with demons over here. Not at all.
Cool. No,
Say
I mean,
hi to
like...
the rest of the Baldwin brothers for me.
I will. Absolutely.
Miss Steven, Ma Robert.
And then, you guys, you haven't really been paying attention, but one of the first people that Hal walks up to try and heal is Gundren, who is unconscious and kind of just like laying there on the ship. And she does everything she can for him and turns to all of you and says, he's going to be all right. He's just, he's in a bit of a coma state right now. And yeah, I'm assuming he'll wake up later. He should be just fine.
You're assuming, or you know? Because those are two very different things.
Because assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
No, I'm certain he'll be fine. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Yes, I said I would like to pray.
Again?
Yes.
It might get cut. I'm gonna say that to you right now.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I wake up from my slumber. I swear to God, Flint, if you pray right now...
Almighty Argental.
God damn it. I move way down further in the ship.
Yeah.
We thank you for the safe passage to Tejas. Please bless my eyes with the sleep I need to not be an angry dwarf tomorrow.
It's never gonna happen.
Are you going to Tejas?
That doesn't
If it's-
happen.
No?
Okay, well...
Not yet.
I'm confused. Please forgive
Prayer
me,
doesn't even work,
Argental.
dipshit.
Please forgive me, Argental, for I am an old man who gets confused by names sometimes.
Okay, a lot of people are trying to
And-
pray. You're holding up the line.
And I just wanted to say, please guide us on our journey, wherever the fuck we're going.
You're third in a line of 1 billion. Please hurry.
And,
Okay.
we thank you for the sunlight. We
Oh
thank
my
you
fucking
for
god.
the
Alright,
green, green
moving on.
grass.
No, we're
All
moving
right.
on. Okay.
We thank
We
you.
I go find
you for the
I go find Eros
sunlight.
and I say, Eros, we have those papers that Halia was looking for. However, I don't know if we can trust her. We could give them to Malik, but we don't know what those papers are for. And I know that we can trust Malik.
Argental, if it's not too much to ask, I would really like to have an Icelandic salad.
Can one of us like attack her?
I'm done. I'm
Or
done.
attack
I'm
him.
done.
Can we, like-
Candyman gets up, picks up, and I would like to hit Flint in the head.
Actually, here's what happens to you, Candyman. So, you try to get away from Flint's very loud praying, like louder than normal,
Obnoxious praying.
louder
Scott,
than
I'm still
someone
with you.
should be. Then yeah, 100%. We'll definitely get to that.
Yeah, I figured.
You walk further and further into the ship, and you get to kind of like a storage room, and it's a little bit darker in here. It's like a place where you could definitely like lay down your head and try to start to fall asleep. And you try to start to do that, and then you hear some shuffling from behind like a pile of crates, and a head pokes out. And you can't really see this person because it's a little dark in here. But they say, "What do you want? Why are you in my home?"
This is your home? Who the hell
Yes,
are you?
this is my home. Who are you?
I'm fucking Candyman. Who the fuck are you?
I'm fucking Hamrick. What do you want? Why are you here?
I'm here because I want to be here. How?
Here for what reason? Get out of my home.
God damn it.
I'm not going to get out of your home. Make me get out of your fucking home.
He pops out and he starts to like charge up a spell in his hands, and you finally kind of get a good look at this person because the spell is like lighting up, illuminating everything right now. It's just like this older gentleman who's wearing a green robe, and there's a sash made of like leaves going across his chest. and think of like Merlin from the Disney, like the really old Disney cartoon movie, but like long beard.
Stone
Yeah,
Merlin?
sword in the stone Merlin.
Okay.
Yeah, and he kind of got like a crazy look in his eyes, and he says, "Oh, I can make you get out of here, bud." And as soon as like How hears this rustle going on in the back storage room, she opens the door and says, "Hamrick, I let you stay back here. Now please don't hurt anyone. You understand?" He says, "How? If it wasn't for you, I would have creamed the hell out of this man. You're a good woman, Hal. You're a good woman, Hal.
You're talking to the wrong one right now. You're talking to the wrong one, boy."
And she looks at you, Candyman, and says, "No, please. She kind of gets closer to you. He's old. Just leave him alone. He's a member of the Emerald Enclave, who's like, he was supposed to be the lookout for this town, and we rescued him. And he's a faction member. Please just don't do anything stupid. He's a really nice guy, when you get to know him. But he's just a little cuckoo. So yeah, just be chill, okay? Be chill. Promise? You promise?"
God damn it. Fine.
Thank you so much.
I look back at him and I go, "You fuck with me one more time, I swear to God, old man. I'm gonna walk away."
He makes the peace sign with 2 fingers and charges up a spell, like a little mini spell on each finger, and then does like the thing where he points at his eyes and then points at your eyes with them. And then kind of like sits down in a fetal position, like near some boxes, and immediately falls asleep. Yeah.
And then I flip him off and I go, "That's right, bitch."
And while his eyes are closed, he flips you off as you're leaving. And he laughs under his breath a little bit, like, and yeah.
Fucking hate old men.
So you leave the storage room. Back to what Nezran and Eros were talking about are the papers. You are trying to decide whether or not, Halia can be trusted with these papers. Yeah, what are you going to do with them?
What do you think, Eros? Should we show them? Should we ask Malik about those papers before telling him that we have them? We can trust him, but
I think he should be made aware of them on our behalf.
Just as you guys are doing that, Halia Thornton starts walking toward you guys. What do you do?
I am going to cast Prestidigitation, and I'm gonna make like a hail of rust like fall down in front of her face.
A hail of rust?
Rust from the
ceiling of the metal. Okay, yeah, sure.
Just like,
all right,
make her.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make a wisdom save here for Halia.
Wow.
She fails big time. So she sees this rust, and I'm actually gonna make some more rolls here. Holy shit. Yeah, nobody knows that this is not real. Okay. Cool. So you do this, and a bunch of rust starts falling down from the top of the ship, and she screams like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! We are falling apart right now! How? And How comes up, and like they start trying to figure out this situation. So yeah, you've got this illusory effect, like freaking them out.
Taking Eros with me, I walk over to Malik and I go, "Malik,
what's up?
Be cool.
Yeah,
we're actually not falling out of the sky."
Okay. Yeah. No, I was freaking out a little bit. Well, okay. Is that you? Is that you doing that?
Yes, it was me.
Okay.
I pull out. Actually, Eros has the letters. Halia asked us to get a bunch of letters from Iarno. And we did get them, but we don't know what they're for. We can't read them. We haven't opened them. Do you know anything about these letters? What she could be after?
You give him both of these?
I think so.
Yes.
All right. So one has the seal of his faction, and one has the seal of her faction. He kind of looks them over, casts a spell on them, and Eros, you can kind of tell that this is like a detect magic spell. And then he also casts Identify on the scrolls to see if there is any type of spell that might be harmful from him opening the scrolls. He says, "I recognize mine. This one is full of trade routes for our faction, going to Phandalin and things of that nature. Where did you get this?
We got this from Yarno's
God
study.
damn it. That could have been very bad. Thank you for recovering this. This one, he eyes it over, says, it also looks like trade routes for the Zentarum, Halia's faction. I shouldn't really be looking at this, but this is... And then he looks at it a little harder. He's like, hold on. Halia? And by this moment, the illusory effect of the rust snow that you made coming down from the ceiling subsides, and they've kind of figured it out at this point. He walks over to them and says, Hal, look at this. And Hal looks at the piece of paper, and she says, this is a plan to intercept trade routes for the Lord's Alliance. Halia, explain yourself. And Halia looks around at everybody and then looks at both you, Nezran, and Eros, and looks back and says, well, it doesn't matter anymore, does it? Phandalin is dead at this point. It's no longer a thing. And Malik says, how can you say that? There are still people down there. We're doing this to regroup. And you were going to, push us out and stop all of our trade routes? For what? And she says, well, I mean, business is business. Don't get so angry about it. And then Malik goes to, grab Halia, and Hal says, enough! It doesn't matter anymore. We are all on the same team, with one similar goal. You understand? And Malik puts Halia down, and they both nod and kind of look at each other and then walk away. Malik walks toward you, Eros, and Nezran and says, thank you for that. I always knew Halia was a bit more of a treacherous woman, but I didn't think that... I knew we'd be working together, but I didn't think that she would betray us like that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't have much,
You're
but
sexy.
he pulls out a sack of gold and gives you two 25 gold pieces each. And then
Wow,
gives
that's
you...
a really big sack.
Yeah, I know, I carry it everywhere. And gives you both an extra 50 and says, those are for your compatriots. I don't know where they are. I think Flint's dead ass asleep or still praying or something. I don't know.
I think he fell asleep while
but...
praying.
Yeah.
Flint is the person that they're old and they don't give a fuck, so they just took up an entire aisle of seats.
You're sitting in three
fast
seats.
Asleep.
Yeah.
Yep. Feet up on the left and
you're
then
a
head
piece of
on the
shit.
right, and so I can look out the window.
Solid. Okay, cool.
So how much did we each get then?
We each got
75 each?
You each got
25.
25 more gold. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Halia,
in addition to what we had
just so you
before,
were
which
aware,
is-
Halia was offering each of you 150 apiece.
Shit.
You know what? I'm not in it for the
Well,
money. We did the
Yeah,
right
no,
thing.
you did the right thing.
Under my breath, I kind of curse quietly.
You hear the
Damn
fiend
it.
inside of you go,
I really could have used that money for stupid
It's
material
not
things.
fiend. It's not. Can I speak to the fiend?
well, I mean, I don't know. Nezran,
I'm a
are you
wizard.
gonna let him, or...
No, absolutely not.
Ah,
Sorry.
damn. Well, Nezran, I will tell you, it's not about the money. We did the right thing. Just go do something with your fiend, and
Jesus. Cool. So,
Malik's
You're a good
hot. I
person,
had to make a
Eros.
choice.
do you all have anything else you want to do?
No.
No?
Rest? Are we able to rest?
Yeah, you're gonna take a long rest, for sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so Candyman is asleep toward the back room.
No, I'm not asleep. I've reconciled. I've reconciled with Hammer, and I'm talking to him about how much I hate Flint.
You talking about that old
At least
dwarf
you
dude
found some
out there
co-
taking up 3
At
fucking
least
seats?
you found some common ground.
Yeah, that guy. That motherfucker. All he does is pray.
Yeah, seems like a
and
piece of
dumb
shit, honestly.
Hey, you know what'd be funny, Hammer?
Yeah, what?
You know what you could do?
What?
You should go punch him. In the dick.
No, I'm not gonna punch a dwarf in the dick.
I'm just saying, man, that'd be pretty
He's,
dope.
he's like, what, 200? 250? Oh my god, listen to
Does
that.
someone need to go do the Heimlich maneuver on him, or is he
Hammer-
okay?
I guess-
on him.
A really light Eldritch Blast.
It's the tiny one. It's a little...
Holy fucking
Just a little, like,
shit!
zap.
What the fuck was
Just
that?
hey, you probably should sleep on your side. You know.
Yeah, I think you have some sleep apnea there.
Well, thank you. That was
We
actually
restarted
very
your
nice.
heart. You're welcome.
Argental blesses you. All right.
Argental
I would like to jump in the ocean.
What, out of the blimp?
Oh shit, we're in the sky. Never mind.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so you guys get your long rests in, and as dawn approaches, the light kind of...
Can we steal from Halia? Does she have the gold honor?
You can try.
I'd probably have to roll really high stealth. I'm not gonna.
No, please. I was
Hey,
a good
I'm-
cleric. I studied all my stuff.
And my thing, Hamrick, is it just talks. The dwarf just talks.
I know.
and
I
talks
can
and
hear it. I
talks
can
and
hear it from
talks.
here. It's fucking wild.
Wait,
swear
you
to
haven't
God.
even. You don't even know. Wait until we're battling and he decides to sing.
I'm sorry?
I'm fighting a fucking. I'm fighting. let me tell you something.
Who
old
sings
man.
in the middle of the
Every time I
battlefield?
fucking. This dipshit does. Every time. So when I'm sitting there, I'm just chilling, fighting a black spider, killing everything. Goddamn cleric over there. I gotta pray. I gotta sing a song now. That's every time. Every damn time. And I hate it.
That sounds horrible. Cool. So y'all get your long rest in, and as dawn approaches, the light starts peeking through the windows of the blimp, and you look outside for the first time since seeing that horrific scene of the town burning down and being attacked, and there is just this massive forest surrounding this castle and town, and the castle is very large, overlooking the ocean, and then to the left of that town, also in kind of like the beachish area, is a very small town. And this, you guys can understand that this is Ardania, and you start to pull up to the castle with the blimp, and there's a landing area, and you finally touch down on land, and Hal says, "Welcome to Ardania. This
Ardania, I hardly know her.
that was a
I pat Nazareth in the
that
back.
was a good one.
You guys, did you know there's a blimpies on this blimp?
Yeah, you didn't know that? It comes complimentary on every blimp that Ardania
So
makes.
meta.
Yeah, so
meta.
So you walk off the blimp, and she says, "We first will bring the stone that I have acquired in this bag here to the shrine. You'll see it when we get there. You notice also that, like, as you're looking up at the skies and everything, you came through what seems like a barrier of clouds. Like, this area, like, you can look up and see the sky and the sun is shining brightly and yada yada yada, but it's also like the entire piece of land is just covered in clouds. And you're walking into the castle, and she says, "You guys will also be introduced to the king of Ardania, and we will try to get this stone taken care of." So you guys are walking in toward the castle. You get through the door, off of the landing pad, and Hal turns to all of you as you're walking, and you continue to walk. She says, "Don't worry, when you meet the king, he is actually incredibly nice. There's no need to be super formal or anything like that. You will have to kind of get used to who he is as a person, I guess is the best way to put that. You'll see when we get there." And you guys
Piss me off.
walk across a courtyard to these massive doors. Beautiful stained wood carved with what looks like the history of Ardania, and they open via a couple servants, and you walk into the throne room, and you see this tall, very, like, he's actually pretty good looking elven man that is practicing fencing in just the middle of this throne room with no one else but him. It's just him and like some guards surrounding the area, and he's like basically fencing with nobody. And you walk in and you hear, oh, hi, how? It's good to see you. Good to see you. And who are you friends? And
I'm Candyman.
oh, well, wonderful to meet you. And he,
Not wonderful to meet you.
okay.
Wow. Candyman.
I like
God.
the fire of this one.
I knew you did. I felt your energy.
Yes, indeed.
I like you. What's your name, King?
My name is King Jacob Mormont III.
What's up, man?
And I welcome you to the kingdom of Ardania. And he does like a really cool thing with his blade where he bows and swipes it around.
You
at the
are
same time.
fabulous. I am Eros Eldrin.
Right back at you, big guy. And
Greetings,
you,
Your Majesty.
yes.
My name is Nezran, and I offer a bow to him.
What's very formal of you. And then you, the dwarf.
Kiss ass.
What is your name?
I'm Flint, and then I bow, but I only have 18-inch legs, and I was trying to like be the most gracious, so my head hits the
can't.
floor.
He looks at you and says, a man of the cloth, I see. Is that correct?
Cloth? Which one?
The cloth of Argental, obviously. I can see the insignia on your cloth right there.
Yes, I am a man of Argental.
I am a very learned man myself. It's a pleasure to have you in my hall.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes. Wait, how? Why are you here? You weren't supposed to be back for a month or two at least. And Hal proceeds to fill in the king on what happened in Phandalin, and he says, I see. Well, at least you were able to recover the stone. Have you filled these people in on why they're here? And she says, no, not yet. I feel it would be better to bring them into the shrine before we explain to them why we took them, why we have them here, etc. He says, an absolutely brilliant idea, Hal. This is why you're here. And he walks over to the throne, and he moves something on the throne. You don't exactly see what he's doing, and the throne proceeds to move forward toward him, revealing a staircase behind it. And he says, right this way. And before he goes down, he also says, wait, where is my son? Hal, where is my son? And Hal says, I actually didn't see him on the way in. Is he, where is he right now? Where should he be? And he says, I believe I sent him to get his archery in order. Maybe he's taking lessons right now. I don't know. Regardless, let's go. And you start making your way down these stairs into this massive cavernous area. And then it kind of, toward the end of the cavern, closes off to a wall. But as you guys are walking, you're starting to see these almost like hieroglyphics like built into the wall as you're getting closer and closer to this minor source of light at the end of this cavern. And then Halia waves her hand and more lights come on, and you see this towering wall of a...
Wait.
Halia or Hal?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Point of order.
How waves her hand.
Okay.
And you see this towering wall of what looks to be some sort of deity holding up both of his hands, and the wall is covered in these little holes that look like, you could probably fit something in there. And then in front of this towering wall is a stone pillar jutting out of the ground that has the symbol of like you look at this god and there's a symbol on its chest on the wall, and that same symbol is on this pillar in front of the wall. That is about like person height. It's a little taller than Flint is, but like if you were an average height person, you would be able to like walk up and directly put your hand on it. And Halia looks at all of you and says, "This is the Shrine of Jagal. Are any of you familiar with Jagal?" Everyone go ahead and give me a history check.
19.
18.
18, all right.
7.
7, okay.
18.
Okay, shut up. 3 of you got 18s and 1 of you got a 7?
I got 19.
Oh, 19. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, you guys know that, like, this is kind of a god that is more so, like, not really talked about very often and is kind of the butt of some jokes. Jagal is the god of the end. Basically,
Oh.
the end of time, the end of everything. And he doesn't have any, like, followers, per se, because, like, there's not really a religion to Jagal. He's more of just, like, he is supposed to appear when the end of everything occurs. He's not like, the end is nigh, or anything like that. It's just, like, he just pops up when the end is near.
So is he like an underworld type god?
He is neither. He's not like light or dark or good or bad. He just is, basically. So you look up at this and you see this Shrine of Jagal, and some of you do like know enough about him. She proceeds to tell you, this shrine is something we discovered below this castle, which used to be an entire following of Jagal, but they were wiped out by some unknown force. And we believe, if you look at the inscriptions and insignias and glyphics around this hall, it tells a story of an end coming to who we are as like a people, a race, the world. And you kind of look around and you see like a race of people getting, like one that really catches your eye, a race of people getting destroyed by some unknown outside force. And it's kind of like scratched off of the wall. You can't see what this force is, but you do see the people cowering in fear of this unknown assailant. And Jagal is in the middle of all of these different pictures and glyphs and things like that, kind of overseeing it all happen. And she says, I am not a perfect historian, but I believe that the only way to combat this is gathering these stones that you yourselves are, like I said, you're the only one that has been able to acquire one. The only group of people so far that has been able to touch one without dying or going mad. We are...
Good job, Nezran.
Yes, no, really.
Thank
you,
you,
job.
Man. I appreciate that.
Just fucking blowing on his dick, aren't we?
It's time that we tell you about our order. She walks up to you, Nezran, and hands you the bag and says, we are the Silent Sentinels. We make sure that everybody on the globe is attuned to peace. We make sure that the 5 factions don't get too out of line. We make sure that the 14 other nations don't get too out of line. And we try to do our best with what manpower we have. And that is what our order has sought to do for ages, for millennia. You are an important piece of that now. We need you to help us with this. And as she hands you the bag, she says, this is kind of going to be probably a little dangerous. Do you see that slot toward the center? And you look toward the center of this towering wall with Jagal on it. In the very center is it's kind of like a stone turntable, where you don't see anything in that, but below that you see a slot that is kind of glowing now a little bit, and none of the other slots are glowing. And she says the reason that is glowing is because that slot holds this specific piece of materia, and the one that you found, this specific piece, according to the wall, is the materia of Arcana. I'm sure you felt the power as you were holding it, but
I did.
You do know that it is very dangerous. I need you to go up, put the stone in that slot, and then touch the altar, and that's that stone portion jutting out in front of the wall, to close it off and seal it off for good. Our goal, our mission, according to this wall, is to collect these pieces of materia to try and attempt to stop this end from happening, whatever that may be. We don't know what will happen when we collect all of them, but I do know this. The Warforged are here for a reason, and I believe that they are also trying to collect these pieces to further help the end of the world, not save it. So if you could
usher it along.
Yes, so please, if you could.
So I reach into the bag.
Yes.
And I grab the stone and I bring it out. And I walk over to the alcove, and then right before I put it in, I want to see if I can talk to the fiend.
Yeah, what's up, buddy? This kind of hurts. Can you please? What is it?
What? Do you know anything about this Jagal? What is going on?
Yeah, he's the god.
Do you know
He's the god of the end of everything. Really quiet guy. This hurts.
Okay, all right. So I put it in. I put it into the alcove.
Cool.
And then I walk over and I touch the top of the pedestal.
Okay, so you touch the top of this pedestal, Nezran, and as you do it, you feel a sense of power welling up within you. After touching that stone and touching this pedestal, Nezran, a black shroud appears around pretty much the upper half of your body, and it almost looks translucent, but you can also kind of see it very closely surround your arms, your hand, your torso, and you kind of look behind you, and you can also see some very bone-like wings, also slightly translucent, and it's a part of this aura you're emitting now. And you hear the fiend inside of you go,
This is weird. Oh man, this feels good though.
And he says,
I think after touching that stone,
Are you fucking the stone, sir?
Yeah, are you fucking the stone, dude? Did you fuck the stone before you put it in the bag? Nezran, you have to be honest. I'll know if you're lying. I'm the DM.
Did I fuck the stone?
Yeah, did you fuck the stone, dude?
I would like to do an
No.
insight. I would like
I'd like to do an insight on Nezran.
I would like to do an insight check on that and see if he actually
An
did fuck the stone.
inside check?
So, the fiend, you can hear
An
him go,
inside check.
I think after you touch the stone, it
God
brought
damn it, that's funny.
our auras closer together. I can kind of like protect you a little bit.
and then you finally put your whole hand down. This kind of happens in slow motion. You put your whole hand down on the pedestal, and time just stops. Nezran.
Oh, wow.
You turn to look, and you see how, like, kind of awestruck at what's happening. She's not moving, though. The king is also awestruck. You see Malik and Halia and Sister Garael, who's also been just, like, super quiet this whole time. And you see, like, kind of off in the distance toward the stairway, Hamrick is there watching what's happening. And none of your other party members, though, are frozen. And you turn back to face the wall, and you look up, and you get a similar feeling to when you were in that white space with the goddess. And you look up and you see Jergal kind of phasing out of the stone and coming toward you a little bit. And Jergal, to give you a better description of what he looks like, imagine a two-headed like horseman, basically, coming out of this wall with a giant staff, almost, that looks like at the tip of it some clockwork going on. And he comes out and says in two separate voices but the same sentence, "You have brought the first of many. You must continue to bring the stones
to this resting place, for I fear the end is sooner than everyone assumes it to be. The end is always on the cusp, but you can prolong it. Bring me the stones, bring me the materia, and together we can stop this.
How many stones are there?
After he says that, time unfreezes.
If I could turn back time.
Time unfreezes. And Nezran, your necrotic shroud sucks back up into your body. You now have this ability of the Fallen Azamar to activate once a day. And also, this ability, you get the sense that you can activate it, and you can touch the stones, the materia, without hurting yourself. You can use this aura to grab one.
Lovely.
That's
nice. And I kind of like, can I like, for right now, can I like pop them out again? And then
yeah, you just like a couple times, you're like, hey, in, out. So cool.
My wings. I used to have feathers with these, but this is okay. All right.
And then the stone, the hole that you put the materia in, the stone turns inward toward the wall and disappears, the stone. And now it's just, it kind of melds into the wall, and it's just wall now. The stone just disappears. And Hal, whips out a notebook, and she says, fascinating. And she starts, writing things down. And says, I have been studying these glyphs and these stories for so long. I didn't know what would happen if you put the stone in the wall. Did you sense anything when you put it in? Did you feel anything? What happened?
I look down at my hands, and they're scarred and gnarled and everything, and I go, we have a quest, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, yes, to gather the materia, and I understand if this seems too dangerous for all of you. I would never ask you to, risk your lives this way. However, like I said, you're the only ones that have been able to touch it. You, Nezran, and your party got close enough to it without dying. Is this something that you can do? We will, of course, pay you, lodge you, and give you what you need, whatever is necessary in order to, get the ball rolling, basically, as it were. Is this agreeable for all of you?
And I turn to the rest of the party. Well?
I like to think about it for a week.
Okay, that's totally understandable.
Just kidding.
I
ain't afraid of nothing. I'm down.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. And the rest of you?
Like my papa always said, quests are the best.
That's a really good saying. I like that a lot. A lot of people on this call are giving you the thumbs down, but I disagree. I think that's a great saying.
I am.
Will Argental be with us?
Up inside.
I don't know.
Always waiting
Let's ask
on
him.
the fucking cleric.
Let's ask him.
While you're asking him, Eros.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, okay, cool. Wow, that was easy. Awesome. Flint, you here.
Do it now.
Okay, shit.
Do the quest. Cool.
So I step up to the king, and I shake his hand, and I push my wings out for just a sec, and I go, Your Majesty, we are the Fool's Gold 4.
No. The Fool's Gold 4. This is terrible. All right, he takes out his.
We don't have to be.
He takes out his rapier, and he kind of does the dubbing thing where he crosses it across his shoulder. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. How are you doing that? And you also hear kind of a small cup drop from the side, covered by one of the pillars surrounding this area, and from behind it. A smaller elf, doesn't look older than, I don't know, a young elf boy, 40, comes out from behind a pillar, and he has dropped a cup and says, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. Dad, chill.
I know I'm not supposed to be here. And he says, Kit, I didn't want you ever to come down here. Do you understand? It's too dangerous to come down here. He says, I know. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Kit Mormont. I am his son. I'm Prince Kit Mormont. That
Your prince
was incredible. And he starts walking toward the altar, and he says, I think I can do you one better. And his dad goes to try to stop him, but he doesn't get there in time, and he starts to touch the altar and says, Dad, wait, I'm serious. Just hold on. Nezran, please come back here really quick.
I walk over to the pillar and I go, young man, do you know what you're doing?
I do. If my studies have been correct, this is exactly what we need to do every time we touch the stone. After you bring back a piece of materia, please touch this pedestal. And he's moving some stuff around on the pedestal, like things are rotating and moving and things like that. Nezran, do you touch the pedestal again?
Yep, I put both my hands down on the pedestal.
You put both of your hands on this pedestal, and a slot opens up on the wall at the very bottom, and this bright light shines from below this pedestal, from below where it opens up. Roll a d20 for me.
Oh God, terrible. 4.
So here's what's about to happen. Every time you guys bring a piece of materia back, Kit says, so the power you put into the wall there can actually help summon magical items, but only a certain amount. We can't pump out like a ton of them. We want these stones to retain power, and we want them to be there for us during the end, whatever that is. I don't know why we need these stones or what they're going to do, but apparently it's really important. And Hao says, why do you know this? How do you know this? Because I've been down here studying these glyphics for ages, and I just know that something good is going to happen if we bring these stones together. And I've also been studying the magic prowess of each of these pieces of materia and what each of them does. He looks at you all and says, I'm an artificer. I know many different things about magic items and, relics and things of that nature. Each one of you needs to come up and touch this pedestal for help on your journey, and I'll show you why. After that light subsides from that bottom slot, he goes up to it and pulls out Nezran. You rolled a 4.
Mm-hmm.
What looks to be a small piece of... Holy shit, this is dope. A small piece of driftwood. And it's very oddly shaped and everything. And he picks it up with a glove that he puts on, and he does something to it where it starts to float in midair. And his eyes kind of light up for a second, and he is casting the spell, what is it? Identify. And he looks at you, Nezran, and goes, this is very interesting. This is called Magwa's statue. And he walks it over to you while it's still floating and everything, and he starts to pull up the description of Magwa's statue while looking. Okay, so he says, "This if this statue touches any living piece of flesh, it adheres permanently to it, and you can only remove it with the remove curse spell. Otherwise, it sticks on there like forever. And this is yours." He hands it to you, and he says, "Go on, you can touch it. You're the only one that can, without it sticking to them. But this is a wondrous magical item. You speak a command word and it can come off, but if you stick it to anybody, it's going to stay stuck to them, and you will always know where it is."
Oh, so it's a tracking thing.
Basically.
All right.
And it's also, it can be used to during battle and stuff like that, you can stick it to people and try to like get them stuck on things and stuff like that.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's a wonderful little item. And then he looks at the rest of you and says, listen, I think we need to use at least a little bit of resource from this stone in order to give these people the items it can infuse to make them stronger for their journey. We need to do at least that. And Hal says, very well, you seem to know a lot more than I do about it. You're an intelligent boy. Says, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you next. And he points at Candyman, and he moves some stuff around on the shrine again, and says, "Come, touch this."
Fine.
But
I'll only do it with my pinky.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20. Now, these rolls you're doing for these magic items, there's not really like a good or bad roll. I will say that if you roll the 1, it's a bad item, but like it's still something you could use, basically.
3.
3? Okay. That light shines in that slot once again. And he looks at you, Candyman, and says, okay, hold on 1 second. He goes up to it and pulls out this pretty slick looking armor.
Oh god,
Candyman.
you lucky bastard.
And let me pull up.
You already have magical fucking chainmail.
Well, no, the chainmail itself isn't magical. But like it does have his.
But the guy wearing it is.
It does have the you're right. It does have the insignia of the goddess. However, he pulls out this armor, and Candyman, you look at it, and the symbol of the goddess starts to like engrave itself in the center of this armor. And he does the same thing again. He makes it kind of float in the air, and he casts the identify spell. And he says, "This is, this is called slippery armor. It's interesting. You can't be grappled while you're wearing this armor. It's basically, if anyone tries to wrestle you, you can slip out with ease. And you also get a +1 bonus to AC while you're wearing this armor.
Very nice.
So he floats it over to you, and he says, go on, take it. Put it on, try it on.
If you don't, I will.
I'm a little shy. Can I do it in private?
Yeah, of course. There's a pillar over there I was hiding behind.
Just kidding, Candyman ain't shy as
you
shit.
Take off your shirt in front of everybody. I get it. I
take it off, and I put all the shit on. Naked, and I put...
Wait.
I put it on.
Oh, okay, good. He is taking his clothes off
Thank God.
in front of us.
And I go, I know I didn't have to take my pants off, but I did anyway.
Okay. I guess. I mean,
I just put the armor on, but I have no pants on at this moment in time.
I'm just a 40-year-old kid, but all right, whatever. So
this is a young boy.
I'm a young elven boy. And then he looks at
nice
Flint.
Thighs.
Flint, right? You next.
What am I supposed to do?
He moves some stuff around on the shrine again and says, "Touch the pedestal there."
Touch it.
I feel as though this is a great omen. There is the end symbols.
Touch the pedestal!
Oh, fine! Fuck, Jesus!
You touch the pedestal. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Who is this Jesus person?
10? Is there any modifier?
No, it's just a random number. I have a list of 20 things here for each of you. He goes up to where the light is now subsiding in that slot and pulls out another piece of armor.
Oh.
Let's see here. He makes it float and then casts Identify on it and says, "This is called the Armor of Forgiveness. It's a holy relic piece of armor. While you're wearing this, any person that tries to take like a really heavy hit on you, it kind of blocks the blow a little bit. Basically what this armor does is it gives you a +1 to bonus saving throws, and it also, anytime someone gets a crit on you, it becomes just a normal hit.
Very nice.
Oh.
Yeah, so this was
Okay,
actually
let
one
me
of
add
the really good items on the list.
Better items.
What is this called?
The Armor of Forgiveness. And I'll homebrew all of this for you in Roll20 and add it to your characters.
Okay, cool.
I was going through the D&D.
Oh, yeah, it
Beyond.
probably won't be
I don't
there.
see
Yeah.
Magwa's statue.
And then,
I mean, I do apologize, but you have to understand, knowing that there's the Mogwai statue, I couldn't be sure, especially when we're talking about the end of times.
It's called Magwa's statue.
Yes,
but
yes,
regardless,
Mogwai. I am familiar. You don't feed it after midnight.
Wizard, Eros, right? You come, and he starts moving stuff around. Come touch the pedestal.
It's okay. The Mogwai's not gonna hurt you.
And then roll a d20, Wesley.
God. Alrighty. Oh fuck! Hold on.
Can I pet the Mogwai?
20. Roll it.
I was about to say, you got a 20?
No. I got an 18.
18.
Nice.
Okay.
It's just a plain D20.
Fuck, I hoped
right?
you would get this one. This is going to be so dope. Okay.
Nice.
Can I just have a staff that has just a big fucking dildo on the top of it?
This is the staff of Dildo Baggins. That's
Dildo Baggins, yes.
Okay, so
you shall not pass.
You rolled an 18. Wesley,
Yes.
the light shines through this opening in the bottom of this wall, this slot, and he goes to pick it up, and as he's picking it up, like, some smoke exits the hole, and he makes it float. He casts Identify, and as he turns around and is casting Identify, you see a pipe, and it's like, imagine like a shorter version of like Gandalf's pipe, and it's got some like clockwork attached to it,
like a smoking pipe.
Yeah, like a smoking
his big,
pipe.
white, long smoking pipe. Okay.
And he says, "This is I don't know how this would particularly help you on your journey, but it seems maybe it could be useful. This is the pipe of smoke shaping. The pipe looks and functions like a normal pipe, but you can also speak the name of a small animal, take a hit, and it will cause the smoke you blow to form into the shape of that spoken animal."
Holy shit, it's like Pocahontas.
Yeah, it can form small and medium size animals, like nothing crazy large. But the smoke
Giraffe.
The animal you blow can also follow your commands.
Oh wow!
It can also follow your commands
You can just,
and move.
Sorry, I'm 12. I'm sorry.
It can move through porous objects, and it can carry a small object that weighs less than a pound.
Wow.
You can summon a familiar through smoke.
Yeah, basically.
Shit.
Like Pocahontas' dad.
And his eyes are still kind of lit up, and he says, "Oh, this actually might be also a little more helpful. If the smoke ends its turn in the same space as another creature, it loses its form and disintegrates, creating kind of like a poisonous smoke." Basically, what he's saying is, if it ends its turn near one of your enemies, they need to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned.
Contact high.
So yeah, you get the pipe of smoke shaping.
Fuck, that's
Nice.
cool.
I specifically added that to your list for reasons.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you
Yeah.
got that one first, because it's only one of 20 on there, so dope as hell.
Wow.
And he looks at everyone else in the room, Kit does, and he says, I don't think we can... I mean, I know we can. We can draw more power from the stone and get more magical items for people, but what I don't know is if we're sapping the magical energy from this stone, how long it's going to last. I mean, these things have an abundant amount of magical energy, but I feel like we should only use it so much. And Hao says, yes, I completely agree. Whatever power we can salvage from these items will help us in the end. I don't want to rush anything, but there is also going to be a summit held by all of the nations and the 5 factions going on in Praphalon. And Praphalon, you guys all know Praphalon as the nation that happens where there's a lot of trade that goes on there between like the entire world.
If you can make it there, you can make it
basically,
anywhere.
yeah, like one of those kinds of places where everybody has a stake in Praphalon. And everybody has their own individual like embassy there from each of the 15 nations, and that's where everybody has chosen to have a summit every year to discuss the happenings in the world and make sure things are going smoothly. The last summit is where you all know, based on history. I'm not even going to make you roll for this. This is just common knowledge. The last summit that was held started the war between the elves on the other side of the globe, where they just did not agree with certain things. You don't know the full story, but that's where it all began. So Hal looks at all of you and says, we need to attend this summit and make sure Ardania's voice is heard when when talking about these Warforged that appeared, and they're apparently popping up everywhere around the globe. It's not just Warforged popping up in Actaris where you guys were in Phandalin, but it's also in Praphalon, Tyria, Sigil, Tihos, everywhere. They're popping up, and we need to have this summit in order to combat this. I need you all to attend and tell everyone what you've seen without revealing the stone. You cannot tell them about the stone. It is our goal at the Silent Sentinels to keep these a secret and try to gather them as quickly as possible, because in the wrong hands it could be detrimental to saving this planet. So will you all come with me?
Yeah, I guess.
I will come with you, Hal.
Thank you so much.
I'm in.
Now that we've dropped
Walk
off the stone,
slowly. You are very tall.
now that we've dropped off the stone, we will start making arrangements to make our way to Praphalon, the capital city. So you guys are all taken away by some servants and shown to some individual rooms. But as you're all walking, to this, actually, no, you know what? I'll say that it's not even within the castle. You guys get shown to like a building in the town of Ardania, which is like below the castle, kind of. And you're taken to, they say they're going to be taking you to like a really nice inn where you guys can kind of rest up before tomorrow, when you're going to be going to Praphalon in order to speak up at the summit. As you guys are walking there, you pass up a little shop that says, it says, discount sundries and wares.
Oh my god, a souvenir shop.
We have to go in.
Yeah,
everyone.
and you as you say that, the door slams open, and you see standing there a very stout-looking, black-robed man with this massive mustache. And he says, it's not very often that the king's servants come down with the rest of us scrubs.
Well, fuck you very much, sir.
Excuse me. And he walks out of the shop and says, what are the king's servants doing in the town? And the servant looks at this guy and goes, we're just taking them to their rooms, and they've had a very long day of talking and things like that. So if you could just like leave us alone. And he's, no, please. If you would, you can come into my shop anytime. I am Viscount Discount. I sell the nicest sundries and wares. We are currently undergoing some construction, but I can allow you to buy any of the basics you need for your journeys. And if you're really good, I can show you some of my backroom wares.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Yeah. This is worth going into, you guys.
Arrows.
We just got the magical items. We have some gold. I think we should stock
You
up.
have some gold, you say, please. So do you want to go into the shop?
I guess.
I want to go into the shop. What does
Can
everyone
I
else
peek?
want
Can
to do?
I can I peek in and see like if he has actual shit in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make just like a perception check.
Yeah, because I don't want to like go in and it's like, wear this harness, and I was like, oh god. Okay, I rolled a 15.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
I rolled a 3, so
Oh, dope.
let's go with.
You're like just ready to shop. You're just like, I want to go
hold
in.
on.
So-
Is this perception?
Yes, this is just a perception check.
Okay, so I rolled a 19.
Okay, so you look in there, and basically you see, yeah, it is under some construction at the moment. And you guys have, like, pretty much the rest of the day. This did not take very long. You probably ate up a lot of the morning. I would say it's around noon right now. And they're going to be leaving for the summit a little bit later that night. It is an emergency summit, so, like, it was some in the same day. But you look in the shop, and you see just, like, a lot of basics. So you can actually, in your player's handbook, see like a basic list of things that you can shop for. That I will allow you to pick from, and I can actually send you guys that link really quick.
That would be
so that
lovely.
you see what you're allowed to buy.
I lean over to Eros and I pull him down so that he can hear me because I'm only 4 feet tall, and I say, I think the dildos are gonna be in the back. I'm not sure. But if I were looking for dildos, I would go to the adult section, and I don't need clothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, so I'm going to send you guys a link to, like, a basic shop, and it's a pretty large list of things. But again, most of it is basics. I will tell you whether or not you're allowed to purchase these things. I haven't gotten a really good chance to take a look at this list. But a lot of these things won't be in the shop because it's under construction right now. And the discount says, please have a look at my potions and wares and things of that nature. If you need any equipment, I'd be more than happy to assist you.
Aaron, really quick, even though I was snoring, did I get 25 gold? Did they tell me?
Yeah, we'll say that you guys
Okay.
have hashed that out, and you each got another 25 gold.
I buy the most expensive horn in the place.
The most expensive horn?
Yes.
Okay.
I want the expensive one, so that's actually 5 gold pieces.
So you want the horn?
Mm-hmm. And I take it and immediately start trying to play it. I remember these things. I played one in when I was a kid, and
Oh, don't blow if you're not willing to go. Are you paying for the horn?
oh yeah, I thought I did already.
Oh,
Here you go.
wow, thank you. And you hand him, how much is it?
5 gold.
5 gold. You waste 5 gold on a horn. Going very well. Is there anything else that you guys would like to purchase while you're here?
Do you have a... Oh, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'm still kind of looking.
Do you have a trident in stock?
Trident. Hold on. Why, yes, I do. Why? Do you want a trident?
I would, yes.
Well, as the DM, why? This is Aaron talking.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
You think? Okay.
Well,
you just want to try it.
hold on. Maybe not. Hold on. Is there like a dagger? Yes.
Yes, of course. I have.
Yeah.
plenty of daggers.
Do you have daggers?
Yes. I will say this. You might run into like people that you murder mercilessly. That have daggers if you want. I mean, if you want one, it's 2 gold. The only
I have
reason we're
3
doing
of
the
them,
basic list
so.
right now is because I'm still putting together another major list of like magical fun items that you guys can buy. But for now, you guys can deal with the basics while this place is under construction.
Wait. Okay, I have one more inquiry.
Yes.
Do you have a whip?
Oh my. Unfortunately, no, I don't. We sold our last one to the gentleman outside, and you look outside, and it's just like this guy strapped up in leathers, and just like walking away from discount shop.
Man, this place is weird.
Excuse me,
yes,
sir?
You.
I'd like to purchase Remove Curse.
Remove curse. He starts sifting through a thing of scrolls. Ah, yes, remove curse. Yes, I do have one of those scrolls left. Why, may I ask, are you purchasing remove curse?
You know, just in case.
Interesting.
There's a fucking demon on our team.
I'm sorry. There's a demon on your team, you say?
I look over to Flynn and I go...
Oh my.
He's speaking metaphorically.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright. Then I guess if you
Yep.
would like to buy the
So-
scroll.
I speak in... I look over at
Metaphor.
Flint and I speak in Infernal. I go, shut up.
I don't speak infernal, so I go, what?
He discount in Infernal goes, a fellow Infernal speaker, interesting.
Oh,
Oh, good!
Fantastic.
We got 2 demons! I want 2 removed curses!
Interesting. Yes, here you go. That'll be 100 gold pieces. Please put that
Alright.
slowly into my hand.
And I put it slowly into his
Mm.
hand.
I am gonna buy something.
What are you
now.
going to buy?
Do you have a healer's kit,
A
please?
healer's kit. Healer's kit. You might actually have one already. Do you not?
Really? I thought I did.
You could
I thought I
not.
used
Okay,
it.
maybe I'm crazy.
Question, Aaron. When you buy a spell, does it, is
don't.
it something that you can use over and over?
No,
or
it's
is
a
it just once?
one-use burn it, and it's done.
Okay.
One and done.
Cool. Cool.
I have, and I don't have a healer's kit, but I do have an herbalism kit, if you're interested in that.
What is that?
You look in the kit, and it's just basically full of, like, herbs and spices, for,
matcha!
like, healing. You could muster stuff together if you were a healer, to create, like, salves and things like that, but you can't really make heads or tails of it.
Yeah, no. Do you just have a potion of healing?
Oh, let me see. He sifts through a bunch of different potions. Yes, I do. And he pulls out, like, a bin of them. And there are a couple in here. And he says, that is 50 gold pieces apiece, please.
Jiminy crickets. Can we argue that down a little
Argue
bit?
it down. What do you
please?
mean I'm discount? This is a good price.
And then I speak to him in Infernal and I go, "Hey, buddy, you're looking like your business isn't doing very good."
What do you, I'm
Maybe.
remodeling as we speak. I've invested a lot of money in this. I think I'm doing just fine. He says to you in Infernal as well, and then he goes, "But I love it when you talk to me like that." So, how's about?
No, you know what? Don't even argue because that is the price in the handbook.
It is.
Oh, is it
So
really?
that is the cheapest. Yeah. Well, gosh, I do want to buy something.
How about I give you 2 potions of healing for 75 gold? How's that sound?
I don't have that much on
Oh
me,
well.
unfortunately.
Wait, how do you
about
not have
no?
that? Because I have 110 gold pieces.
Because I didn't get. I don't know. Maybe I didn't give myself gold.
You
and
probably
I
just
put-
haven't added in the amount of gold you have because we
Right.
each have like probably almost 200 pieces at this point.
Really?
Yeah,
I only have
except for me.
65.
I'm gonna let you be honest with me and tell me how much gold you have. You gotta keep track of that. Otherwise,
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, we got the gold from the cavern, and then we've got gold that we found in the mansion. Then we have gold that we found in the chest of the other cavern. And then we have gold that we found in Iarno's room. And then we have this new gold that we've been added.
You also have
And
that
we've probably
like
had-
golden frog skull that you never sold.
Yes,
Exactly.
I was just about to ask him how much he thought he would give me.
You take
for
out
that.
the
So-
golden frog skull, and he goes, "Oh my goodness, what a delectable piece! I could probably part with 50 gold pieces for it.
I think I could get more than that.
60, please. I must have it.
I think we could go higher.
61.
Actually.
That's my final
This-
offer.
I worked very
No,
hard
you
to get
didn't.
this
There's no
frog
blood
skull.
on it or anything. Please. 62.
That's big-
62 gold pieces.
No. No.
And then I over to Flint and I say in Celestial, I'm like, okay, this 62 is a good.
He says in
Price.
Celestial,
And I
I
say-
agree. I think it's great.
My God, man! And then I switch over to Abyssal, and I go, well, do you have this one, too?
I speak many languages, sir. So many languages.
Wait, DM, I have a
yeah.
question for you. DM though, not.
Oh,
not
yeah, what's up,
Tony
bud?
Darren.
Hey, how's it going?
So, would it be fair if I just, like, estimated that I shorted myself gold?
I will allow it this once, but
Okay.
yeah. In the future, keep track of this shit.
Hey,
I will,
yeah.
okay.
I've just, like, set myself at 100. That was last episode, and that's what it is going forward.
Okay.
So what are we
got it.
talking about
Okay.
here, Flinty Flint? Do we got a deal or what?
Well,
Wait, I
I'd
wasn't
like
done,
to
DM.
I'm sorry, what?
I had another question. If I buy an orb, can I affix it to a staff?
So you would need to have, like, some sort of crafting ability to do that. You could pay somebody to do it if you wanted. Now, your staff is, like... I mean, tell me, like... Because you also got that +1 wand from the Tressendar Manor. Why do you want to affix an orb to your staff?
It'll look cool.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you want the aesthetic of an Orby staff.
I will purchase the studded leather for 45 gold
perfect.
pieces.
He hands you the studded leather and says, "So are you going to change right here?" Or...
I burst out my wings.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I go,
wow.
"No!"
Wow.
Then I
Okay,
run over to the corner.
I like
Hey,
him.
sir. I've made my decision.
What is your decision, good sir?
Do you have any holy symbols?
Holy symbols! Holy cow! Let
Such
me
as
take
an
a look.
amulet, an emblem, or a reliquary.
Why do you need a holy symbol?
Just trust me on
Okay.
this.
Yes, I have a couple. I have this here amulet, and he puts it out on the table, and it's not of, like, Argental, it's of, like, a religion you've never seen before.
Okay.
And I have this, and he pulls out an emblem, which can be affixed to, like, a piece of clothing. And I also have quite a few of these. People just come sell these to me on occasion. A reliquary. There we go.
Reliquary.
That's the one. Would you like to buy one? I would assume that each of these are 5 gold pieces apiece.
With the reliquaries, are those affiliated to any god at all,
Let
or
me
just they
double
just
check.
exist? Are any of them Argentalian, I should say?
No, you don't see any that are all Argentalian. However, I swear to God, I made up more gods.
Jesus.
You see one with Jesus on it.
loves me, this I know.
You see
Jesus
some of these
loves me.
reliquaries are based on Kalemvor, which Wesley, go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. History or
History.
religion?
Actually, yeah, go ahead and give me a
Oh,
religion,
okay.
whichever's higher for you.
Okay, well, the history was 14.
Okay, yeah, with a 14, that
Religion was 13.
that's fine. So with a 14, you look at these items, and a lot of them are based off of Kalemvor, who is Lord of and Judge of the Dead.
Oh shit.
And you don't know how discount like acquired these items.
Huh.
What's the problem?
Okay, I'll take one of the reliquaries.
Oh, very good. He swipes 5 gold off of you. Are any of you looking to purchase anything else? As you can see, I'm still working through renovations and I'm quite busy.
I want to buy the flask.
You would like a flask? Absolutely. Everyone's got to have a good flask.
I have a flask. It just has oil in it.
I don't fucking want your flask. I want
Your
that
oily
flask. I put a
flask.
bunch of fucking alcohol in it. And I want to buy a healing kit and a potion thing. I don't know how much money I have.
Jesus.
Well, you should probably figure that out.
So yeah, Dustin, Candyman, I'll say that the flask is 1 gold. And you want a potion of healing?
Yeah.
That's 50 gold. And then what else did you want?
I honestly don't know how much gold I have. And I don't know
You gotta keep track of that. You gotta do it. I will say
Well, I
that
haven't
you
used-
easily do have 51 gold, so like he'll hand you both of these items, and that'll be that. And say, oh well, here you are, and he puts them by himself in your pocket. You don't get them. He does it for you. Cool. Is everybody done shopping?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So you guys all get taken after you're done shopping. The servant is kind of just like, oh, finally. And you get taken to this really nice inn. Each of you get your own individual rooms in this inn, for, like, in the middle of the town. And you kind of wait the rest of the day until you are summoned again to get in the blimp and make your way to Praphalon. Like the capital city in Praphalon. It's kind of like New York, New York. It's Praphalon.
Praphalon,
Yes.
Praphalon.
And you fly to Praphalon. It does not take you incredibly long, considering Ardania is, like, incredibly close to the center.
Praphalon. If you can make it in Praphalon,
You can make it in Praphalon.
Praphalon up too. I haven't been to Praphalon.
So you guys roll up on Praphalon. You fly toward the city, and it's gleaming gold. Like, this city, all of its buildings and kind of skyscrapers it almost looks like made out of pure gold. It's just a beautiful city. And it's got arcane trams and things of that nature. Like, this city has made trade its main goal, and it's gone leaps and bounds ahead of any other city you've ever seen like this before. And you land on just like in an area for all these other blimps that are there, and you can imagine that each one of these blimps is attuned to a different leader of a different nation, and so on and so forth. And How is there with you. None of the others are there with you, like Malik, Halia. None of those people are there with you. It's just How and King Jacob Mormon III. How looks at all of you and says, we don't have a lot of time. I've been told via messenger bird that the meeting has already started. We're a little late. We should probably make our way there now. And you start to make your way through the castle. It's built in a way that makes you feel as though it's almost like this corporate building that we would see nowadays. Completely different architecture structure. But it is the central castle of Praphalon, where all of the groups come together and meet up. And Hal looks at all of you and says, I've just been sent word that the meeting has already started and we are running a little late. We will probably need to get going here. Nezran, I feel that you might be one of the first to speak on the matter. Is that all right with you?
Yes.
Cool. So you guys start rushing through this castle, tips and turns and all this other place. You barely remember how you got here. You're moving so quickly. But then you come through these large chamber doors into this meeting room where there is a very large table surrounding another smaller table. And in each of these spots surrounding the table, you can see each individual nation's insignia around the table on the walls and also on the table itself, carved into this wooden structure. And each of them are sitting there, and you kind of can hear them all arguing and bickering amongst themselves. You see royalty everywhere. And you know that when they meet here, it's either like the leaders of their nation that are coming to represent themselves, or just some representatives that the royalty have sent in order to represent their nation. And each of them, you come in and you hear things like, well, we need our own soldiers to protect our own nation, or no, we need to gather each and every one of our individual forces and take them by storm, moving across nation by nation, and so on and so forth. But as you guys enter the room, it kind of goes silent, and they all look over at you, and they see King Jacob Mormon III enter, and someone in the central table stands up, and you look at the central table, and it's all 5 factions carved into that table. So you can assume that each one of these 5 people are leaders from the 5 factions that have also been sent to represent themselves. One of them stands up and says, King Jacob, welcome to the summit. We've been expecting you. Please take your rightful seat. He goes to sit down in his seat while Hao stands behind him, and this person says, I understand you've brought some first-hand experience to this session. If you could please have them present their cases. And King Jacob looks at all of you and says, Nezran, please head to the front of the stand and tell them everything you saw. And you do. You each go up to these stands. You they basically want to corroborate each of your stories to know, like, whether or not someone is telling, like, you're telling the truth, or if this has, like, been made up, or what have you. And you each hold off on talking about the stones. Like Howe said, you shouldn't mention them because if they get in the wrong hands, it could be very bad. And I'll say, everyone go ahead and roll just like a d20. Just random number. There's no modifier on this.
Nat 1.
Okay.
Shit. 18.
Okay.
Can I use my inspiration to
Nat
reroll
20.
that?
20, okay. Yeah, you can, Allie.
19.
Alright, cool.
Nat 20, okay.
That's a 6.
6, okay. So, Allie, we'll say that as Flint is up on the stand talking about, what happened and the events that transpired in order for you to get there, at the central table, standing up in place of the Zentarum, a man stands up and says, Point of order, what were you even doing at the caverns? Why were you there in the first
caverns?
place?
The caverns. What caverns?
Fighting the Black Spider. Why were you fighting the Black Spider? What were you after?
And then
I
take
would
a step-
like to
yeah.
consult
Yeah.
with my attorney. Give me one moment, please. Nezran, what the fuck
Yes.
do I say?
But tell him that we were on business with Gundren Rockseeker, and that
Gandrum?
our
Gandalf.
Yes, tell him that we were on a contract and that our employer had been captured and that we were seeking our employer. That is why.
I have been advised by my attorney that we were on contract with someone named Gandalf Rockjumper.
Gundren.
Nope, that's not right. Gandalf.
Gundren.
Boulder. Gundren.
Are you choosing to say it wrong every time, or are you just that? What's in your head right now?
King Jacob stands
Cork?
up in, of course, this is a Sevenmon, please let them finish their stories so that we can all discuss this. Point of order ended. Sevenmon decides to sit down. You now know this man's name is Sevenmon.
Okay.
And everyone go ahead and give me a history check.
History is...
6.
Oh, nice.
15.
18.
Okay. Okay, so you guys hear the name Sevenmon. This is, like, the head honcho of the Zentarum. They did not send, like, some sort of representative. He is,
Cinnamon
like, the
is
head
evil.
honcho. And next to him you see this man, very large man, in towering armor, just standing next to him silently, with his helmet on, and you can't see his face, and he's just like stone standing there, not moving. And he sits down Sevenmon and says, "Very well. Please continue your story." And you
Thank you, Cinnamon. So,
you continue your story and you finish it up, and you all make your cases and everything like that. And Sevenmon speaks up again and says, "Well, I think we've heard enough. Wouldn't the rest of you say so?" And the bickering starts to get louder and louder again, and says, "This is why a lot of people are saying, like, this is why we need to gather our forces together all in one and make our way across the nations, defeating the Warforged." And no, the Warforged have already, like, come into my city and ransacked the place and killed hundreds of people already. I need to defend my own cities. And while all of this fighting is going on, Sevimon is not saying a word. And King Jacob Mormont is also kind of in the bickering, saying, like, yeah, I agree with everyone else. I can bring our forces to each and every individual nation. We don't have a lot, but I can bring what I can. And notices that Sevimon is not saying anything. And he quiets down, looks at him, and raises his hand to quiet the court, and says, a little louder over everybody else, Sevimon, you haven't said a single word about your own goals or who you're going to help. What about you? What say you about this situation? And
What do I tell you?
he kind of sits there silently looking at the table, and then looks up at everybody else and says, everyone here is either willing to help everyone else, which will eventually lead to ruin of your own nation, or you are looking to only help yourselves, it seems like. And each of you knows that none of you are going to survive this without the other, which means, and you see his hireling, like, standing behind him, that is, like, just this knight in this towering armor, pull out a red stone. And you all see it, and it looks just like the blue materia that you brought back from the cave, Wave Echo Cave. And he says, which means we need to come together in a new world order. Suddenly, the doors burst open. The guards standing around the table reveal themselves to be Warforged. Each of them surround the table and start attacking each and every person around this table, including, like, King Jacob, Hao, leaders of every other nation, representatives, and things of that nature. Other guards do rush in, but there's just not enough to handle what's happening right now. But that's where we're going to end our session for today. Sevimon is standing up with this person, this random knight next to him, with this red stone in his hand. And all of these Warforged have revealed themselves and are attacking this high-ranking set of council members. And that's kind of where you're going to start off next time. So if you'd like, just plan ahead. I will go ahead and add all those new magic items that you guys got from the Shrine of Jagal. Guys, go ahead and follow us on all of our different social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that stuff is linked at our website, www.thatbigddenergy.com. And I gotta say, little disappointed at the time where I'm recording this. We have, okay, guys, I don't understand how this happens. We've got like 68 likes on that Instagram post with the sweepstakes. And the only people that have signed up are Dustin and Scott. And it's going to be between Dustin and Scott. And I'm just very both disappointed and excited. So, like, we'll see what happens there. We will, I mean, the winner will obviously be chosen before that. But, we'll talk about it on the next episode, I suppose. We'll see what they want to do with their new $100. This is bullshit. Cool. Let's see what else. Scott, do you have anything to plug?
I have nothing to plug. Once again.
Interesting.
Big surprise.
Presley, do you have anything to plug?
Listen to my dog podcast. It's called We're Getting a Dog.
I love it so much.
Rate all of your podcasts on
Please
iTunes because
it really helps out.
That is where it counts. But thank you to everyone who listens to this, and it's a fun time.
Absolutely. Dustin,
listen to my other podcast.
Please listen to Wesley's about. It's so nice, so easy on the ears. Dustin, do you have anything to plug?
Drinks on Dusty, like it, follow it, all that stuff in Space Jam.
Space Jam. If you can't obviously see this, those listening, but Dustin got some Space Jam
So I
like
ordered
sweat
for Halloween.
bands.
I wanted to always have my own Toon Squad jersey.
You're gonna be Lola Bunny.
I was
Well, I'm
gonna
gonna be
say
Bugs
Don't
that.
lie to me. You're gonna be
Get
Lola
it.
Bunny.
I bought the Bugs Bunny jersey. I bought the shorts, and then but today my headbands and handbands or wristbands and headband came in today.
You already know what you're gonna be for Halloween.
Get
Yeah,
ready
Miles
to
and I
pump
picked this
up the
last year.
jam.
We're already we're
Oh,
also
nice.
plugging Space Jam 2. We can't wait.
Yeah,
Um,
when that movie comes out, fucking watch.
Cannot wait for it. Allie, do you have anything to plug?
No, but I want to give everyone a heads up. I am working with my coach on changing my speaking voice, so I will sound a little bit different in the coming episodes, hopefully. I learned that you're supposed to have overtones when you speak, so that it's not so grating to the ears.
Nerd.
So obviously Flint will still be like this, but my new voice might sound more like
Ooh,
this.
very
when I'm
sophisticated,
talking.
angry old dwarf. Interesting.
Yeah, so
Bougie.
yeah, just so everyone knows.
God, we're never doing a 10 a.m.
That you
session
didn't
again.
The-
just get.
There is another
Yeah.
Space Jam movie.
It's okay. This was a lot of talking, and it was a lot on you as our DM to like facilitate all that.
It
So
was a lot of setup.
They are making another Space Jam movie.
Are they
guys.
really?
Yeah, I know they are.
Who's in it?
Aaron, do
Yeah.
you think I'm a liar? Of course they
LeBron
are.
James.
LeBron James.
Are
What?
you lying?
If anyone in this group knows about Space Jam, who's gonna know about Space Jam? This guy.
me.
No, Scott, adjunct
What?
professor.